Happy or sad, it's story time with two fucking idiots.
Very
But
true.
we're at an hour, so it's time for our segment.
Fucking idiot of the week.
That guy's a fucking idiot.
As you guys know, we do fucking idiot of the week every week.
Mhm.
For us, it's a positive thing because we're fucking idiots. If you're listening, you're a fucking idiot, and we appreciate you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have one. You can go first if you want.
It's heart-wrenching, bro.
Tell me about it. Buckle up, Jordan.
Guy in Aurora, Colorado, which
Okay.
don't need to know where that is, but
Mm-mm.
it's where it's from. Guy named
that way.
Finn Lanning. Weirdest name of all time. Finn Lanning.
If he's not a
Lanning.
musician, he's fucking up. What a name.
Honestly, if
Okay.
he doesn't wear like those, it's so stupid. If he doesn't wear those like golf hats, like those real like thin, weird hats, I mean, what is he doing? Anyway,
with some knickers.
he's a math teacher, right? I think
Okay.
like 4th, 5th grade, something like that.
So not really a math teacher. Got it.
He had a student named Damien who was in like foster care. He needed like a kidney transplant, and there was no foster families that were going to take him in because no family wanted to deal with that like burden, basically.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know exactly if it would all be on them to pay for or whatever, but maybe. I have no idea. Somebody's got to pay for it. You know, I don't really know how that works, but him and this teacher were super, super close. You know, you probably had teachers like that where you were just like, yeah, this fucking guy gets me. Like, we're on the same page. Very close. One day, this kid comes up to him and says that he has to leave the school because he can't find a family and he needs a transplant and like all this shit. And so this teacher became a foster parent for Damien so that he could at least do the surgery and stuff like that. And then it's kind of a short one, but apparently it's like hard to have surgery for kids if they don't have like a stable home to go back to as well.
Yeah.
Like, what you're like still stitched up, where the fuck you're going to be going,
Yeah.
you know? So he became a foster parent for him. And then like 2 years later, like officially adopted him.
Bro, don't even say it.
It's
Oh
fucking,
my God.
it's like so amazing, right?
Dude.
There's two things I want to make fun of about it. One, his name is Damien, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, good luck with that. First of all, I would not.
Did you tell that I didn't actually spin it all the way around?
Yeah.
Did I do it? Okay.
Yeah. Damien's a terrible name, and he's gonna fuck up your cats or something.
Yep.
He's gonna just like torture them to
Carve
death.
666 into his head.
The other
Anyways,
thing is that he's a math teacher, so even Damien's probably like, oh god, like just fucking leave me alone. Like, I'll fucking learn my fractions tomorrow. Like,
he's like, what's for dinner? And he's like, well, we're gonna have 6 divided by 9 times 12. And you're like, scrambled eggs? What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool though. Like, I don't know if I would have like the guts to do that.
Man,
it's crazy, right? Like,
that is insane. Dude.
I feel like
What
all
a
the other
lovely-
kids in his class are probably like, he doesn't like us enough to adopt
Yeah,
us.
right. He's like, oh, great. Damien's so special. I just think it's funny that it's like until he had an established home, they were nervous to give him the surgery. Like,
Mhm.
they're like, listen, we know you need the kidney and we're kind of inching closer to your last day here, but you don't have any parents, so fuck you. We're not going to give you the surgery, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't know how it works, man, but it seems like cutthroat, honestly.
it's like not even not having parents is enough, but also you can't have your surgery now.
like, it's kind of why we need universal health care, man. Just like put
Yeah.
him in the fucking hospital for
just
2
do it.
months. Let him live at the hospital. I don't
Yeah,
care. Bro.
buy him a fucking hotel.
Get him
room
a
for
fucking
month.
razor scooter. Let him ride around the fucking hospital halls.
Yeah.
Do something. You know
What? That's a movie idea.
Razor
Dibs. If
Razor
anyone's
Hospital?
listening, yeah. If anyone's listening, dibs. All right, that's legally binding in Illinois, so don't steal that idea.
dibs. That's cool.
Well, Finn, what a
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
idiot!
He's my
dude.
fucking idiot of the week because that's a super cool story.
That's
crazy.
awesome.
It's crazy. Crazy.
That's
He's Gnarls
insane.
Barkley.
Sorry, that sounded awesome.
You're good, man.
I'm stalling because I'm a little nervous about my fucking idiot of the week this week.
Yeah.
So I've kind of addressed it a little bit. My dad passed away coming up on 2 months ago. What's the date today? About a day away from 2 months ago. And 2 days ago, Thursday, March 18th was his birthday.
Yeah.
Um,
You were actually supposed to come out with us
yes, I was going to help you move to Reno.
and then that happened like 3 days before?
Yeah, literally like Thursday before. Yeah. Great timing, Dad, right?
Yeah, like really.
No kidding, but
that's kind of how Robbie and I get through tough situations. We just make fun of it.
We make weird jokes. And...
I think the moment you told me on the phone, my first reaction was like, that's really gonna fuck up my weekend.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Like, obviously not for real, but
yeah, it was hilarious, Jordan. It didn't hurt at all, and it was great. It was a great joke. Just kidding. So my fucking idiot of the week this week is my father.
Yep.
I mean, it's hard to kind of break it down into one segment, and this is going to be a little serious, a little bit funny, but
sure.
You know, I really hit the jackpot in the father lottery. You know,
Mm-hmm.
He had his issues, recovering alcoholic. There was years there where he was pretty drunk, you know,
sure.
Which he wouldn't shy away from. It's not embarrassing for me to tell it. He was loud and proud about his recovery. And there were some tough years, but I never once in my life thought for a second that he didn't love me more than anything else in the world, you know?
Yeah.
And it's made it hard, but also a little bit comforting in his passing, because a lot of people have regrets and there's always something they didn't say, you know, but I don't have any regrets, you know.
Sure.
Maybe that I didn't get to hug him one last time before he went, but you know, he knew that how I felt about him and I knew how he felt about me.
Sure.
And that alone is so valuable as a kid. You know, if you're listening and you have kids, just tell them that you love them. You know what I mean?
Me and you were talking one time, and like, that's like a serious fear that I have about being a dad. I don't think I'm going to be a bad dad, but I bet you bad dads didn't think they were going to be a bad dad either. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, they probably started like, yeah, I'm going to teach him how to play ball. But then like the first time the baby cried, he was like, fucking shut up.
And
it's like, he became that guy all of a sudden. Like,
and
I don't know.
The thing is, like, you have moments like that, of course, even to this day.
For sure.
The other day, I was like, Sawyer, can you turn off the TV? He was like, why? And I was like, because I said so, you know. Like, I was like, I'm sorry for yelling at you, you know. But I am the man that I am because of my dad. He gave me confidence. He was goofy and funny. Sure. I remember one time we're on a plane home from Florida, and he just had dad farts. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Sometimes dads rip the worst farts.
Just darts
in a pressurized cabin. And so it's like every like 10 minutes, my dad would rip just the nastiest fart. And the lady in front of us would fucking open the air vent, you know, and then look around like, oh, she'd do that.
Oh my God.
And we would be crying, laughing.
I was going to say,
she had no idea.
How old were you at the time?
I was honestly like 20, bro. I wasn't even young. And I'm
assuming you were like 13, like giggling like a child. That's so funny.
You know, we found his Playboys when we were in like 7th grade, which I think at the time scared the fuck out of you, because I was like, look at these titties.
Yeah.
And you were like,
my mom's gonna find out.
Yeah. He tried to wrestle you once and you were like, I'm uncomfortable. Dude, you know,
that was the only time in my life, like, my parents always told me, I think it's just like a parent thing where they're like, if you're uncomfortable, even if you've drank or whatever, you need to call me. I'll come and pick you up. No questions asked, you know, which is a lie. I'm going to get some questions.
There's going to be questions. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember them saying that to me my whole life. And then I think it was probably like the second time I ever even met you.
Dude. And we lived on a farm in the middle. It was like creepy.
I was like trying to get along. I didn't even know your name was spelled with an IE. I remember.
No, at that point, no one does. They still
gave
send
you
me
a fucking like birthday card, and it was a Y. And you were like, instead of you being like a good person and being like, "Thank you," you were like, "It's IE," and I was like, "I don't have Facebook. Doesn't exist. I didn't know your name was Roberto. Fuck."
Yeah. But he was like a little drunk, probably.
Yeah, he was just having a good time with us.
He's like, "Hey, come over here, boy."
He's like trying to wrestle me, and I remember being like, "This is the situation my mom was talking about. The situation when I'm kind of scared, but also like kind of want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
I need
He's
to
a
call
good looking guy.
No, yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
No, dude,
That
he was
mustache.
a great guy for sure, man.
Oh,
I like
man.
didn't get to spend as much time with him in general, just because like, you know, you guys you saw him, rarely.
He got
too,
remarried, had kids.
Yeah.
I got older, like, you know what I mean? But
I remember seeing him at like Sawyer's like 4th birthday or something, and like super excited. Obviously, I love him, and I was like, "Hey, cool, man, it's good to see you." And he was like, still reeling about some stupid songs that we recorded like 7 years before that moment, and I was like,
dude,
sure, yeah, I like those songs too, man. Like, I didn't know you listened to it on the way here. That's crazy.
Just unconditional love, so much support.
Yeah.
Like,
he actually always called you Rob.
Yep.
And when I call you Rob, I think like not as like a tribute of that, but like I rarely say Robbie.
No,
because Robbie seems like a child's name, so you should probably change it.
Right. Someone said that to me once. They were like, "Yeah, I used to go by Robbie till I was 11." I was like, "Fuck you." No, every Rob I know is a dick. So
yeah, Rob Deerdick. That's all the person I know.
Yeah. Right. Okay, he's no exception.
But when I call you that, I literally hear your dad say it.
Yeah.
Like, "Hey, Rob," like that's what I hear. You know what I mean? Like when I say it to you.
I'm so lucky, and my regret is that he isn't here to see us do this podcast. My dad would be so excited. You know what I mean?
Sure. He would definitely be commenting.
He'd start a YouTube account just to comment, and just like, I can't talk about. And he lived through some trauma as a kid, and the only thing he wanted to be.
You're right, dude.
The only thing he wanted to be was a great dad, and he is and was,
Sure.
So give me a sec. I've been doing yoga. Let me practice my breath. Hold on.
Dude, Bikram,
okay.
He's here with you.
Yeah, Bikram's here with me. So thank you, Bikram. I appreciate you, brother.
I'm like picturing like a Slim Jim colored sweaty man like on your couch, just like super brown for some reason.
Slim Jim color, bro.
Just as greasy.
Yeah.
Just as snappy. Yeah.
So anyway, I fucking idiot of the week, a little bit serious, a little bit funny. That's my dad. Love you, Dad. You're a fucking idiot. And I told my mom this morning that he was going to be my fucking idiot of the week.
Yeah.
She was like, Rob, what are you talking about? I was like, have you not listened to the podcast?
Dude, at this point, I'm not explaining it anymore.
I know.
Like,
my mom's like,
I've had 3 or 4 people say the same
episodes.
thing.
Oh.
Yeah.